ZRX is listed on Coinbase. And then we wrote, and then there were 4, because now there's only 4 of the Coinbase 5. Okay, if you remember, the Coinbase 5 that we've talked about are ZRX, which is OX. Then there is 88 Cardano. There is Basic Attention Token, BAT. There is XLM, Stellar Lumens, and then there's Zcash or ZEC. Those are and then finally you have ZRX. These are the 5 cryptocurrencies that Coinbase said they were going to consider listing. This was back on July 13th, I believe. And now ZRX is the first one to get listed, which is weird to me. It's not weird, but it is weird that this is the first one that they picked to list. They also came out, if you remember, not very long ago, they posted that Coinbase listing thread. They did this back on September 25th, that they are they're making the listing of assets onto their site or their exchange a lot faster. And so ZRX shows up, and it kind of was a little hint that it showed up earlier because people were is it real ZRX listed ZRX? Yeah, it's on Coinbase. That they trading is not started yet, I think, for 12 hours. It's only transfer only, so you can transfer your ZRX over there. That doesn't start until later on this evening. Coinbase listing for ZRX, big friggin' deal. That it is a big deal. Now there are 4 others that we have to look at, and if we've been hodling, whatever you want to call it, this is awesome because we've known about these other 5 for months. It's just if people want to see evidence of that being a reality, this is it. And so I think you can expect to see Basic Attention Token, which actually got a big response to it, then promptly sold off again. Basic Attention Token got a bid. I don't think Cardano did. No, Cardano did not respond to that news much. Neither did XLM or Zcash. Those are, I mean, I'm holding all of those. I've been holding all of them for quite a while, and I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with those 5 right there. The fact that they're going on Coinbase is a pretty damn big deal. And the thing is that the more that Coinbase adds, the less of an effect you're going to get from a big response, because it is very rare that things get added to Coinbase. They're big sticklers, but they're getting, they have to adapt. They have to get to a point where more can be listed because there's Bittrex and some other, like Bittrex is turning into all US dollar pairs here pretty soon, and Coinbase needs to capture some of that retail market. They have a lot of the institutional market, but they really need to get some of that liquidity in their system again. So offering more options to trade your dollars or your euros or your pounds or the yen is what they want to do. So ZRX being listed, huge deal. All right, taking a look at the big move that we had overnight. Again, mostly news related, not a lot of follow through buying or selling. I really think that this is a buy the dip moment. I don't see a lot of reason why we would experience another sell. I mean, we're still within the same value area, folks. This is not any different. If we look at it from a long time frame, there is really no change in the traded area. We're at the same lows that we were at back in July of 2017. We're trading right around the same yearly lows, calendar year lows. For Ethereum, I think is a phenomenal entry still. But yeah, I really don't see anything wrong with these levels holding. I think this was literally just a really nice dip to get in, and probably, I mean, look, if you see the volume that has come into here, this is Coinbase's data, but if you see the volume that has stepped in here, that is a good sign to see all this volume. If we look at this range that we've been in ever since when we first tested around here, this has been going on for over a month that we've been sitting down here. So no new lows have been created yet. And for Bitcoin, same thing, is we have not had any new lows. This short-term trend line was broken, but this trend line is right where prices got halted. It did not go any lower. It stopped right on this trend line. I mean, it's okay, maybe just a little bit below, but prices got halted right at that 6,000 value area. And we've seen some responsive buying ever since then. We'll see if we crawl up or creep up more, but lots of volume at play in here, and not a lot of pressure to push lower. We're still creating higher lows, if you can believe that. We have not made any structural lows since February in cryptocurrencies. We haven't. We have just been in a consolidation phase ever since late March, early April. So we have not really created any brand new lows. When people say that the cryptocurrency market is bearish, I mean, maybe sentiment wise, sure, but technically, no. It stopped being bearish really back in February. Well, we got confirmation that February was the end of our bear move, and so all we've done now is we've just had a consolidation phase. If you remember us talking about this yesterday, a bear market, not a downtrend, but a bear market is well, in stocks and equities, it's a percentage from recent highs, but in everything else, we're really looking at, are there newer lows being created? No, there have not been any newer lows. Okay, yes, value-wise, sure, we did get $100 or a couple $100 below here, but no, we have not created any drastic lower lows. We've stayed within this value area all year long. All we've seen is lower highs and a constriction and a congestion zone here. So this has not changed the outlook. That has not changed the trading. It has not changed anything. It is still a very, very much a bullish outlook going forward. We're right into that. We're right in that bullish season. Again, every day that we're going on here, we're seeing more and more. We get closer and closer to a major breakout, okay? Because any of these moves down that we've experienced all year, I mean, you can just tell that they're getting that the length of the drop is getting shorter and shorter, and so is the frequency of the drops. They're getting more frequent, or they had been getting more frequent. You can just look at these as separate zones. So we had a big drive down here. Then we had another down move here. So they've just gotten tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And when the volume starts to pick up near the end of this kind of a phase, that's a good sign. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to observe volume increase when we're getting to the end of these moves. You're going to have different points of data depending on the chart you look at, but you've probably seen this image before, but I was working on this a long time ago, and then somebody had posted a trading view idea on it. Damn it! So this is a similar. There's a gentleman who did a really nice kind of read about this. This is we've talked about this a lot before. We've gone over these patterns using Optimus software, but he has two charts here, 2014 and 2015. There's actually four major swings like this. There's one in 2011, 2013, the 14-15 gap, and then our 2017 to 2018. But right here on these charts that we're looking at is, all right, here we go. So the top chart is 2013. Where's 2011? Here we are. There's 2011. There's 2013, and now here's December of 2017 and current, okay? These charts are very, very similar. I mean, this is a pattern that shows up. First off, this pattern shows up in many markets, but in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin's chart. So thankfully, we can still use Mt. Gox's historical data on TradingView, but we see this play out all the time. These are fairly common, not fairly common, they are very common. This is a really consistent pattern that we see play out. And it is a marked phase that precedes the next major expansion phase. Okay, this extends for quite some time before you see the next boom. But why I'm showing you this is that we are in the phase where the down moves end and we start to see a slow progression up. Although I really don't think we see a slow progression up from here going towards the end of the year. We should see a pretty marked drive higher. More like what we see here. This was the Mt. Gox debacle, 2013, 2014. This is a very, this tells us how we should expect to see the market trade going into the future here. So pretty exciting.